Hey, this is Sir Charles Carey. I want you to join me on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for the Tru-Mu podcast, True Music. That's where we talk about all things.
I'm a musician, singer-songwriter, producer, engineer.
All things creative.
Me and my co-host, Carl T. Smith, the smooth one, will be glad to hear you, glad to talk to you, answer your questions, and talk all things music. The Tru-Mu podcast, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Be part of the energy.
I can see that thing that makes men stop, stand still, all in denial, suffer loss of will.
Man, we back again. 2026 with another episode of the Tru-Mu podcast. And today is like many others, we really talk about anything creative, anything innovative. So for all those out there that are watching the show, by all means, please drop your comments, ask your questions, and we'd love to engage you on whatever that you may find interesting. Today, we do have a guest that will be joining us momentarily. But before we get there, let's catch up with the smooth one, Carl T. Smith. What's going on, sir?
What's up? Hey, same old stuff, man. Different day.
Man, we hear that you was on the road doing some stuff with Leon, man. How did that go, man?
Well,
Okay.
usually it goes well. We had a good time. We were in Boston for an event at
Boston
at
City Winery? Oh,
City
okay.
Winery. Yeah, City Winery. And went well, had fun.
Similar set
Looking
list?
forward to it. Similar set list, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got some new stuff that he's working on, and so he tried out his a couple of new tunes from his new releases that's about to hit, about to
Really?
come out,
Okay.
and it was good. We had a good time.
So how was the new music received?
Very well.
Okay.
Yeah, very well. Very well. It's it might be a little funkier
Really?
than the previous stuff. Yeah, it might be a little funkier than the previous stuff, but
Oh, okay.
it went over really well. Yeah, it did. It did go over well.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
That could be very interesting. Yeah, man. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So the new material is for a new project as well. Is that correct?
yeah. It should be getting a new release. Can't say CD or record anymore, right? A new release.
An album, but yeah, new
I
project, new release.
I
Yeah.
do. I say album, I say CD, whatever, but new release should be coming out soon. Yeah.
Okay. But from what I understand, that you're working on a new project as well. So that's interesting, man.
Yeah, I've actually been working on it for a little bit, and kind of excited about having it.
Really?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
It's time. It's been some time between releases. So
Okay.
it's been
Okay.
some time. It has been some time. I mean, it's going to be my regular, stuff. I'm
Regular smooth attack.
Yeah, regular smooth attack, but I'm renovating some of the stuff that I did before. That Comeback Lover, I'm renovating that, and then
That's really interesting though, Carl, because I just me, I guess I am fanboying over some of your stuff, man. I like the way you write, and songs that I've always like the early stuff. I could imagine what it would sound like with today's instrumentation or today with a live band. It's probably going to be even better because all the seasoning over the years and all the ideas that you're probably going to pour into it. So I'm really interested in hearing what it's going to sound like.
yeah, I not only am I revamping that and Baby Be Mine, but I
Okay.
have alternate mixes.
Okay.
Got alternate mixes that I'm looking to have available for those who those who sign my mailing list.
I got you. So in other words, if you're on the mailing list, not only will you get the traditional release, but you get the remix. Nice.
Get the remix, and you get a couple of other things. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, the
yeah,
man of
I'm working on
the man of the
some
hour is here, but I'm going to include him in the conversation as well. Ladies and
Wonderful.
gentlemen,
All right.
today's special guest is Mr. Lenny McLean from the On Key jazz band, and I'm excited to have him on the show because I'm going to look. I was talking behind his back, but I'm going to talk to his face now. Lenny, what's going on, sir? Let me see. Can you hear us?
Can't hear. If you can hear me, I can't hear you.
I can hear you. Yeah. I think on your lower left, or on the lower left panel underneath, there's some microphone off and on and video on.
There you go.
Because we can definitely hear you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear us, you said?
Still don't hear.
I can hear you. I can definitely hear you. So what you can do, you can jump out. Let me see if I can type. Can I type this? I think I can. I think there's a private chat. See if I can type this private chat. Here we go.
Yeah.
You can jump off and come back in. See if he sees that.
It's got to be muted.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I can't hear you.
Jump off and come back.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wow, he read that. That was cool. I need new sign language. Jump off, come back.
I know. Sign language.
Right, a new sign language. Internet sign language.
I don't. Yeah.
But this
Internet.
is our guest for today, ladies and gentlemen.
A podcast sign.
So there you go, podcast sign language. Look, I guess after all these years, the beginnings of internet and radio and all that stuff, Wi-Fi radio, now it has its own language, but it's all good.
Its own language. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
But I hear that Chris Brown wrapped up the Breezy tour, man, and there's more things going on in his world. Some kind of a issue with his a court case of some sort. I don't know all the details. Not really interested in getting into it, but I know he was killing them out there. Him being the modern day MJ, if you will. Nobody's doing it like him and Usher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then in fact, talking about Usher, I think he's going to headline the Super Bowl. So, had you heard anything about that?
Oh, really? No,
Yeah.
no. I'm so busy running around doing stuff. I haven't heard anything. Yeah, no.
That's
really?
a good problem.
Super Bowl, huh?
Look, that's a good problem to have when we are so busy. We can't be not that we can't be bothered, but we don't have time to lend ourselves to some of the standard minutia in whatever industry.
Minutia?
Well, yeah.
Minutia, huh?
Yeah, man.
I got you.
Okay, so he's back.
Still
Hopefully
can't hear you.
Still can't hear us. I'm gonna see if the sound man we can hear you. But let me see. Do I have anything settings that tell me any control? Hold on, let's see.
So he has to.
No, I don't want to mute his mic. Is
You got to
unmuted.
go into the
settings. Unless
you got to get the.
let me see if I can
I'm
call.
gonna try it
him.
again.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. in the meantime, yeah, I think what happens
He's
is in
calling
the
me now.
settings, um,
That's
he's got
exactly
to
what I
get
was
his thing
going
to
to
play
call
back.
you.
Oh, okay, cool.
At the bottom of the panel, there is a microphone icon and a camera icon. I don't know if you can see that on your side. Can you see it, Lenny? At the very bottom there of the StreamYard, there is a icon. It's a microphone and a little camera. So when you come back in, see if that's something that's allowing or preventing your audio, because we can hear you very clearly. In addition to what
No,
we were
I
talking
think
about,
it's in his audio.
is in yeah, it's definitely his audio. I
In
just
his
don't know
audio,
if
his
he may have
his speaker thing
button
may not be that high.
or his mute button on his computer may be hit. If he hit that, but no, but then if he hit that, then I wouldn't be able to hear him.
Right. This in the settings, the speaker might be assigned to a different output. That's
Right.
why we can hear him, but he can't hear us.
Exactly.
So if he can
That
get
makes a
into
lot
the
of sense.
speaker in audio, under audio, change that to his whatever the default thing is where he listens to. Anyway,
Hey, Lenny, can you hear us on
Yeah.
the phone? So, in addition to Chris Brown, in addition to Usher, I understand that Billboard is having a rating on the top R&B, I guess, from the past year or two. So they're going to be putting out their top picks, which I really don't know who's in the running, but that's another I guess tidbit of news that's coming out soon with Billboard. And Carl, you take the lead. I'm going to step away for 1 second, see if I can help Lenny out.
all right. Well, anyway, so yeah, I guess so. The Billboard stuff is happening and things like that. But you know, it's the music business. What can I tell you? But let's see. I don't know what's going on. I just got to figure out what's happening. But anyway, we have new music coming out. Sir Charles and I both are doing some new stuff. Hopefully, some events will be coming up real shortly that you guys can come check out. If you've heard any of Sir Charles' music, drop it in the comments on which one you like, which ones you love, that kind of thing like that. Hopefully they'll get this thing hooked up together hooked up real soon. Because I don't want to start talking about all my stuff and then you don't want to hear all my stuff. You do? Okay, no, let me stop. But anyway, yeah, they definitely have a bunch of good acts coming out and things like that. I promote independent artists. I like to promote independent artists and hear new stuff coming out that is new. New R&B, new funk, new jazz, new pop. Definitely one of those things that hopefully you enjoy. And we do on the Tru-Mu podcast for sure. I'm about to get up and tap dance. Would that be cool? All right, no, I'm not gonna do that. All I saw was your lips move. Anyway, yeah, so definitely. Oh, and then we're working on getting a lot of good artists and a lot of good people to come in and join the podcast. If you are anybody who have music or anything like that, and you're looking for an interview, come on down to the Tru-Mu. All right, I think you you can have a wonderful podcast interview or stuff like that and get you some promotion. I am looking at my time thing. Okay, cool. So anyway, I feel like I'm rambling on, but
No,
you
you're
got him?
good, man. You're good. I'm just trying to direct Lenny to check his settings on his computer, and he says everything seems to be good, but I know he's trying to work through it.
I wonder, can he play any music and he can hear sound?
Well, what I was thinking about, maybe we can just have his video online, and then listen to him through the speakers on the phone. That's an option. I don't know if that's going to work.
Well, it'll work. Talk about innovation. It'll work. That will work. So, as you can see, we have to be innovative when we start doing these things because, crazy things happen. Everybody thinks it's all easy. When you go to a show and you enjoy that show, you don't know, and I can tell you, you don't know what the heck was going on that day in the background. All you know is you got a fantastic show.
That's the thing about being a professional, though. A lot of people don't realize, even whether they're young people or people in our age range, you don't just show up.
I am nowhere in your age range. I am 21 years old. So don't even try.
But look, that's real though. Like I do everything early. I'll show up an hour early, sometimes an hour and a half, just to make sure. I know that was the land of the lay of the land. How everything is set up.
Sure.
Make sure I didn't forget anything. Talk to the AV people. Get comfortable. Maybe even grab something to eat, depending on if I haven't eaten already. And because things happen, and then people are calling you at the last second. Oh, here he is. Hold on.
No,
I got you on. I have you on the phone, on your cell phone.
this is crazy. His logo.
Well, we can hear. Can you hear him, Carl?
Yeah, I can hear him.
We can hear you on the phone.
No, I can hear him. I can hear him on through the computer. He can't hear us.
Oh, right. But he can hear us through the phone. Rather, I'm saying we can. Yeah, because we can hear him anyway. But he can hear us through the phone.
You need to make sure that.
Yeah.
You don't
I'm
look
just
like
gonna leave the phone on. It's on speaker. I'm gonna leave it on so we can get the audio. So Lenny, look, man. It'll happen when you least expect it. Oh, he bounced off again.
Won't be happening right now.
You know how some people are the creators. We can be very temperamental, so we want things to work right. But
listen. I'm guilty.
Yeah,
I'm guilty.
And like something in your spirit just won't allow you to go beyond it if it ain't right. It's like, yeah, man.
Guilty as charged.
In the back of your mind, on the side of your mind, in front of your mind, is like you still thinking about how to fix this thing in real time. Oh my God, how many
Guilty
times
is charged. Guilty is charged.
Yup. But what else is going on? Oh yeah, I understand that. The Grammys are coming up soon too. I don't know what month it is, but the Grammys are coming up.
It's about that time.
And last but not least, I like R&B Money podcast with Tank and Jay Valentine. I watch their podcast. I find it really interesting, intriguing, educational. And they had Jill Scott on talking to her about, pretty much the same thing that we talked to our guests about, how they started, what they do and all these types of things. And she's got a new album coming out. So,
I saw that someplace. Yeah, that she has a new album coming out shortly.
But I'm thinking the nerve of her. Why she want to compete with us? Come on now.
No, she ain't competing with us. It ain't us that she's competing with.
Time wise, man.
Well, she ain't competing with us, you know.
Look, we
True,
all in
true,
competition with
true,
each other.
Tru-Mu fans will show up no matter what.
True that. This is real. That's real talk right there. See if I can. I got a graphic. I want to see if I can share. If I can find it. Let me see. I tell you, I should have thought of this earlier. Oh, here it is. Oh, I found it. Found it pretty quickly too. Okay. Go ahead with my bad self. I have. Here it goes. My music is playing. It has played in other countries, but currently the latest summary they got me here in the U.S., Italy, New Zealand, the Czech Republic, and Mexico. A lot of times it's in other parts of Europe, like London.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that's because of the name Sir Charles, but I was like, wow, I was really impressed that my reach is what it is, you know. I was like, wow, okay. Well, I'm down with that. And then I got picked up on, I think, 17 playlists, which I don't know these people, but they like something I'm doing. So I guess I better keep doing what I'm doing.
No, absolutely.
You know, what can I do? And do you love me? And who's your lover? Somebody got us on the party starters list, and someone else has us on the early riser list, and then the night owl. I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Trying to do my thing, man. Shoot.
Yeah, keep doing your thing, man. When I grow up, I want to be like you.
Okay, well, you got your chance, man. You know, you 21-year-olds with a, you know, to stay in line.
There you go. What? What?
You think we ain't? Nah, but I'm honored. Honestly, I'm honored that you know, I get this opportunity to be on these playlists and be seen and heard by these different people, because I have no idea who they are, but I may say it's good. I'm saying it's good music because, of course, I wrote it and I am biased, but obviously there are people that I don't know that feel the same way I do, and that's where the magic happens. You know, so I am grateful. You can hear us now, huh?
Big time.
That's what's up. You figured it out, my man.
I had to do on my
for sure.
iPad.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Sorry, audience. Sorry about that.
Happens, man. Happens. Look, we were just talking about the fact that a lot of times, you know, we want things to be right, and you could be in the middle of a gig, and you could be right in front of the people playing, and you still thinking, dagnabbit, what is it? How can I figure this out in real time?
Thank God for ears.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, so good to have you on the program today, man. Look, I was telling Carl when we first met, I was like, you know how we do when we out and about, we like, what's up, right? So I was like, I don't think I know this guy, right? So, and then I realized that Chuck had invited you, right?
Yes, he did. Yes.
I was like, okay. And I was telling Carl, I said, like, man, I couldn't return the favor because y'all had a gig not too long after our gig. And, you know, I said, man, I got to get him on the show because, you know, one good turn deserves another. So definitely let people know what we're doing and how we go about doing this thing called entertainment and being creative, you know. So tell us about the young version of you, man. Or the younger version of you.
That's real funny.
He started out laughing.
I see.
Because you see the sun, right?
Oh man, you are not alone.
The young version supposed to turn 60 on April 18th of this year. So
okay.
So I've been blessed. Just retired, 39 years in law enforcement. May 31st of last year. Yeah. And I think April of this year would make it 33 years with On Key Jazz Band, both Massachusetts and here.
How many years?
33. We started in 1993. So
Nice, nice. But when you was growing up, like what was it like growing up? Are you like a DMV cat or what?
born and raised in Massachusetts.
Okay, he was just in Boston
Yeah.
doing a gig
Okay.
with Leon.
Okay. Okay. What part of
Yeah.
Boston?
Boston.
Okay.
Oh, you
So
were in Boston. Okay.
Roxbury,
Yeah, it was in
Dorchester, or
I don't know, downtown where the winery is.
oh, got you. I mean, City Winery. Got you.
City
Okay.
Winery, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, congrats, man.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Did you did
growing
you
up.
did you come up with New Edition and are like near them?
It's funny you mentioned that. Maurice Starr, he created a group called Classic Example, and some of the musicians. No, I'm sorry. My mentor, so to speak, had a cousin that was trying to form a group for that singing group, and that's how I got involved. Unfortunately, they did not choose a few of us. They
Okay.
picked one or two, and then from that point, I decided. I said, "Hey, let's see if we can create a group," and then that's how Anki Jazz Band kind of started.
So were you guys always playing jazz, or did you just evolve into jazz?
We always actually we did original music. That was our thing. That was jazz oriented,
Okay.
and that's been our staple of creating our own music, and we've been blessed that.
Straight ahead jazz or like Confunction, Earth, Wind and Fire? What kind of contemporary jazz? What would you call it? I know it's
It
original.
it you can say contemporary. I mean, some stuff were some straight ahead, but I would say primary contemporary type jazz,
Nice.
like a George Duke,
Oh
Yellow.
yeah. Oh yeah. The fly stuff. All right.
Yeah. So we had the pleasure of opening for Jeff Lober at a spot called G Clef in Providence years ago,
Nice.
way back, and then Bob James as well. So
Nice.
it was kind of aligned with that.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought you was new to the game, man.
Like I say, you see the shine.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Now, you said that you guys originally were playing original material.
Yes.
Did you put anything out? I know a lot of bands create their own songs, but did you put any of it out on the market?
At that time, no. Recently, yes.
Okay.
2024, we put together a CD. Out is called Evolution. It's all in social media outlets from Amazon to Apple. I was blessed to have Brent Burkhead and Carl Carrington to be a part of it. And pretty much we put some familiar tunes and kind of put our fingerprint to it. And then we also incorporated some original music. So
Now, see, Carl, he said CD. He didn't say project or a new release. we was
All right. All right.
we was
All
just
right.
talking about that people don't say albums no more. I was like, I still do though.
right.
What you got,
Okay.
Carl?
So when you this was
2024 that we
2024. Oh, okay, 2024.
that we did
And
officially. That we did officially. Yeah.
okay. And so you put it out. It's in all the stores, and well, not even stores no more. Shows you how young I am. All the outlets and stuff like that.
Yeah. Amazon.
Oh, okay.
We got on YouTube. We got it on Spotify, Apple. So it's on there.
Nice. Okay. Good. So how many people in the group?
Right now it's 8. We have a total of
8 people in the group.
Mhm.
All right. And where you're located? Where are you located?
We spread out. I'm in Millersville, about 10 minutes from BWI. I got some of my current band members in Joppa Town, Randallstown, Aberdeen, Bowie.
It's
Oh,
So,
Maryland.
Most people are in Maryland.
yeah, but then of course I got my Boston group also. So
Oh, there's two groups.
You got two.
Two.
Mhm.
Was it
Two-
on key one, on key two? I mean, how does this work?
How does the keys work?
Right, right.
When I moved in 03, I was willing to give some of the band members the name, and they said no. They said that I'm on key. So 2004, I created my band here in Maryland, and then I was been fortunate enough when I needed to do something, I can still call some of my standby, and they're willing to roll. At one point, we did some fundraising for the Lupus Foundation of New England because my mom suffered from that before she passed. And I was fortunate to have both bands perform to raise money and awareness for that. So
Nice.
I'm telling you, man, I've been blessed across the board. I cannot put enough words to say and to express of musicians willing to do what my vision has been. And obviously I can't do it by myself, but they are still willing to do that. And I can't put words to that. So
what pieces do you have? What makes the group? You know, what's the breakdown?
we got two keyboardists, myself and my friend Dave. We got percussion and we got drums, bass, guitar, sax, vocals.
How many vocals you have?
One.
That's the young lady, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Is the same with the other group as well?
Different. You got myself, just one keys. Unfortunately, my percussionist just recently passed.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Condolences, man.
Thank you. It's a major blow. Guitar, sax, drums, bass, and vocal up there.
Okay. And your release that you released is with the Maryland
Yes.
band?
Maryland crew, correct.
Okay. And it's more like a George Duke-ish kind of thing. George Duke, just to, because a lot of times people, they need to know if they're even interested in checking out something. So they just need a sign to point them in the right direction,
So I can say that you will hear a little bit of Busta Rhymes, you will hear a little bit of Sade, you will hear a little bit of Roots, you hear a little bit of Herbie, you will hear original. So it's a mix. So you have some straight ahead, you have some R&B, get your head bopping, and then how we put the original music in between that.
So one question I had is, you guys been writing music for a long time now. That's a long recording session, 30-something years, man. So just
I like that.
So what about
that reel to reel is nonstop?
Right. Nobody turned it off. So what happened to the older material? Like, what have you guys done with some of your earlier material? Have you revamped them? Have you yet to put it out, or how does that work?
What I do, and I've been fortunate to have some form of archive type stuff, from cassettes to mini disc to now, SD cards, that type thing. Some of the events that we done, I did live recordings of. Some I put together through disc makers,
Right.
Jazz Live at Riles Jazz Club. So, obviously that has not been put into, the social media outlets. So to answer your question, it depends on the flow, depends on the mood. I might want to put something out to the group and try and get their interpretation of it. What's exciting right now is everybody likes to create. And I haven't had that in a while. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I bet. But I can imagine that energy. Yeah.
Because you can't beat it. You can't beat it. So when we do, familiar tunes, I'm a stickler that if we do familiar tunes, we got to put our own fingerprint on it. I want to change it. I want to make it not to disrespect the original artist, but I just want the audience to know that, hey,
Your rendition.
yes, I think that's important because everybody can play other people's music, but
Yeah.
why can't we play our own?
Yeah, you know, it's funny talking about that because someone told me recently, oh nah, man, we gotta do it like the record. You know, people want to hear it like the record. And I know people do, but I also know that if you have a certain style or way of presenting a cover, you can do it in a way that people can still enjoy it, you know?
Right, right, right.
Yeah. I'm a big believer in that because growing up, and you probably can relate to this because we're in a similar age range, except for Carl, the young guy. He's younger than us, but
I heard
when
my
we
name. I heard my name.
when we grew up, you wanted
Well,
to do.
I'm seeing his hair, so yeah, he is pretty young.
I wish I could have. I tell you, but, you know, when we grew up, we really wanted to perform the song the way it's recorded, and then you would get that, oh wow, that sounds just like the record. You know, you would get that response, and then I guess as you've gotten older and become a creative in your own right, you can appreciate being able to put your own little stamp on it. You know,
Right.
no
That seemed to
doubt.
be the formula. It works with both bands. Like I said, when we started, when we earned our stripes, even with the jazz standards, when,
Uh-huh.
you know, I can give you a perfect example. There's a cut called Footprints by Wayne Shorter years ago. I think it was written in
That
mid
title sounds familiar.
mid 60s. It's a 6/8 time. So it's definitely straight ahead.
Mhm.
My music teacher in Boston, his name was Frank Wilkins. He was a professor at Berkeley at one point.
Mm,
He played at a place called Scullers in Cambridge, where Wayman Tisdale was performing and Marion Meadows, sax player. And David Footprints 4/4 time. So
mm,
that head was doing
Mhm.
this.
right.
I adapted that.
Okay.
So when I was out here, when I first started playing out here, we played at Phillips,
Oh yeah.
which is now,
Southwest. Yeah, yeah.
it completely changed
No
now.
doubt.
And I never forget this. We played Footprints 4/4 time. We had about 10 females line dance to
Okay.
the jazz
Mhm.
standard written in 1960s. Think about that. So that's why I mean when we have to take some form of our own rendition to familiar tunes, and they didn't even realize they was dancing to a jazz standard. So
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know, there's something about that. I remember, I'm trying to think. I know this is not jazz, but in the 70s, the Fifth Dimension and Dinah Ross had the same song, but I think one of them had like a disco version of the song. I think it was Love Hangover or something. And then there was another group I can't think but both of them very big, very well known. Two different versions, just like I guess, just like a Gladys Knight and Marvin Gaye. Heard it through the grapevine, you
mhm,
know, different
Grapevine,
versions of
yeah.
yeah, you know, and they were both good. Of course, you know, everyone's got their opinion on what they prefer,
mhm,
but yeah, man, there's nothing like, you know, again, putting your own thing on it because I've learned more rehearsal, the more well honed I am as a vocalist, I can do some nice things with different songs versus just the way that it's recorded, man.
mhm, mhm.
So how many instruments do you play, you personally?
I dabble with drums.
Okay.
Um, if my drummer is running late, I kind of do little drums while everybody comes in for rehearsal. But I'm still learning the keys. Like I said, I'm a keyboard player. I'm not a bona fide piano player. My first instrument was the organ.
Okay.
Um, fourth grade, um, the music was born to me during my lessons, so my teacher allowed me to have my own style, and that was a double-edged sword. It was good for as far as improv, but it was not as good as far as
Reading and stuff. Yeah.
music theory and all that stuff. So,
Well, I'll let you two guys talk to this next question. How different can it be playing the organ and playing the piano? Now I know about sound, but you guys talk about what do you guys think? Playing the organ versus playing the piano versus whatever else, harpsichord or whatever.
I think with me, the melody is the right hand, left hand is the chords, root position, and you get your bass on the foot.
Okay.
So the intricacies of first and second inversions and chords, and sometimes you gotta play both hands. That's my weakness. I ain't gonna lie, because my mind's still thinking of the melody all the time, soloing things like that. So if I have the organs, to me is a little bit more easy than actually doing piano, because my left hand is you bouncing in a sense.
Oh, okay. What about you, Carl? He's kind of young. He may not know. He's kind of young. He may not know, man.
In my young age, you guys mind your manners. In my young age, for me, the organ is the same. It's the technique, is different. Like I'm not going to do bass foot, that kind of thing. Foot bass, but
right.
I think it's just the technique on the organ compared to the technique on the keyboard or piano. You attack it a different way.
Right.
When you hear the organ and with like the reggae stuff and whatever, they use a lot of organ.
Okay, yeah.
Which it's a different mindset rather than when you think of organ, when you think of keyboards and stuff like that, you're thinking horn lines, or you're thinking chord progressions, or you're thinking that kind of thing. With organ, it's like a sound by itself, and that requires you to to give it your all. You can't do a half an organ and you can tell, I mean, I can feel it, it's like, he's only doing half a organ, but you'll need both hands, doing whatever it is to make that, work well.
Okay.
So since you both play an instrument that's key oriented, what's the go-to in today's time? What is it? The controllers, or is it an actual piano or an actual synthesizer? What's the go-to instrument with keys that I don't know, I guess I could say that you can do anything with, or that is an industry standard today?
With the exception of weighted keys, which is more piano oriented, I like the older keyboards because of how it actually feels. It's the touch response. Like, for example, the older Yamaha motifs, it has a better feel for me as compared to the newer boards where you don't have that feel. I solo a lot more freely because of how I physically feel the keyboard at an older keyboard as compared to some of the current.
Yeah.
The more lighter weight type keyboards where
Right.
it's a difference. I don't like it personally. I don't like the feel of it.
What about you, Carl?
The newer keyboards there's not a good response. Oh, well, I shouldn't say that. I don't like the response. I don't. Why? Whatever. I don't like the response on the keys. They feel kind of mushy. You know what I mean? And they're slow. They're slow to respond. So a lot of times I would play something. I can't play it like I normally will play it. But then I have controllers, with, like he said, older, mechanisms and things like that responds a lot better.
Yeah.
And playing on those, like if I take one of my controllers and plug it into the keyboard, or one of the other keyboards and plug it into the keyboard and just use it as a MIDI controller, I can do wonders.
Mm-hmm.
But just on the keyboards themselves, the only plus with those keyboards, some of them have good sounds, but they're lightweight, they're lighter.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for that, then I would have to bring the baby Graham with me, and carry the all the old stuff and use that rather than the newer stuff. But when you're trying to travel,
yeah, you got to compensate.
so I take less solos. I play Mary Had a Little Lamb, take less solos, don't do as much stuff. I don't do my flip on top of the keys and none of that stuff because it won't respond back quick enough,
Yeah, as a singer-songwriter, to be honest with you, I prefer whether it's a controller or not a weighted board because it just feels better. And it reminds me of what I was exposed to as a kid, growing up, even though I'm not a musician per se, I play by ear, but weighted is always better for me, whatever it may be, newer or older, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But so now, Lenny, you said that you guys released in 2024, correct?
Correct.
So are you guys going to have a 2026 release as well at some point?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Definitely, we have a whole entire different group with the exception of my percussionists here. Different vocalists, different rhythm section, different horn. So, yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Well, if you need somebody to open up for you, you already know.
And I
if
appreciate
you need somebody to open up for you, I'll be right there. Don't pay that guy no mind.
No, for real though. We both serious. Seriously. Shoot, man.
Like I said, I appreciate that. I really do. Like I said before, I'm excited with this group. Not saying I haven't been excited with my previous group, but with this particular group, it's the willingness to create, and I'm always pushing that. If I hear something during rehearsal, they'd be cracking on. I say, wait, play that again. No,
right. See, that takes me back to the old days. All you need to hear is a little something like, "Oh, yo, wait a minute, do that again," and then the energy starts to rise. Yeah.
And I record everything.
Right.
Everything. That WhatsApp, my percussionist Dave, he will record. He will send me the rehearsals through WhatsApp, and then I will send it right to the rest of the band members and say, okay, this is what we did. Let's do this. Let's put a change to this. And
man, I got a guy here. He's a guitarist, but he can play a little bass. I don't want to limit anything he does, but he's got a nice studio. Skies Media, I believe it is SKYZ. I think it's the correct spelling. But anyway, every rehearsal we have, Get Down Brown. You know Mike Brown? Mike Brown. He used to play with Jazzy Blue.
What instrument?
Guitar. He's a guitarist.
What that name sound? I know Jazzy Blue.
I think you know him. You probably know him.
Okay.
But every rehearsal sounds like a recording session, man.
Wow.
I mean, it's beautiful, man. It just is, I mean, we'll get rehearsals. You get a copy of the rehearsal, and it's like, we could press this.
Clean.
It sounds that good, yeah. But yeah, man. So, another question I have for you, Lenny. What is your take on the lack of presence, because you're jazz, contemporary or otherwise, lack of presence with jazz in the industry today?
I think the cause of the lack of is the confusion that when you label smooth jazz, you will hear on radio stations, when there was radio stations, Phil Collins or Luther Vandross or Will Downing, which that's not jazz at all. And then it would transfer to some of the bigger jazz concerts.
Wow.
Like Capitol Jazz Fest, when I used to literally fly from Boston to here
Uh-huh.
And the very first one, I'm seeing Marcus Miller, I'm seeing all these different folks. Now it's you may have one or two known jazz artists, and then it's R&B, but they label it
Mhm.
as jazz. So I think,
Even pop gets slid in there, doesn't it?
yeah, yeah. I mean, when I was playing in Massachusetts before making the move, very seldom I would have a vocalist. Very seldom. When my butt moved out here, I had to adapt. For us to perform, I had to play a Maxwell. I had to play a
Oh wow.
I had to play something vocally in order for us to maintain some form of performance. I don't know if you
Mhm.
remember what's the name of that spot? Tag it. It used to be at Largo, that
Jasper?
Capitol, not Jasper's, Capitol Boulevard. Stone
Oh, I think I know. I think I know.
Stonefish.
Oh
You
yeah,
remember
yeah, yeah, yeah. Bonefish or stonefish? Stonefish.
Stonefish? Because Bonefish is the chain. Um, Next door used to be a spot that LeVar Arrington had the go-go thing on, whatever, that Saturday.
Right.
We was a fixture at Stonefish every Saturday for almost 8 months.
Wow.
And basically for us to maintain that, we had to mix it up. We had to put some
Mhm.
R&B type thing. I had to get used to that. So,
Yeah.
back to your question, I think the confusion is the reason why there's less to a certain degree. Is the incorporating R&B and claiming it as if it's smooth jazz, and
Right.
because those festivals, people are there.
Mm.
People will buy tickets. People are there.
Yeah, I remember going up to Rockville several years ago for like a jazz conference at I forget the hotel, and I mean it was like packed, and mostly it was all jazz heads, and I had re-entered. I had left music for a while because I was, I'm a speaker as well. And when I re-emerged into getting into music, I was going to Westminster for their Friday night jazz and fish and all that. And I was
Yep.
singing on the intermissions.
Oh
And
wow.
so remember that. So when they announced having this like jazz conference weekend, I went up to Rockville, and man, it was just like, wow, all these people, vendors and
Mm-hmm.
displays and you name it. And it was like, wow, it was really just eye-opening. And it just felt good being around musicians and music-minded, creative people, man. Yeah. But
Yeah.
neo soul lends itself that way too. I think. They say it's dead, but I like the neo soul vibe from Angie Stone and D'Angelo and Erica Badu and Music Soul Child. Some of the influences seem to borrow from that fusion of jazz and R&B with soul, and
I don't think it's dead. If you listen to Robert Glasper, which is probably
Mm,
a modern day
mhm.
legend, so to speak, there's neo soul all over in his music, all
Yeah,
over it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, if you listen to what's what I'm not saying neo soul jazz, but I can't think of anyone on top of my head. But Robert Glass was the one that comes out.
Hmm.
Um, Sade has a group called Sweetback.
Okay.
Is her group,
Hmm.
her musical group. Um, I definitely would not label it as smooth jazz at all.
Oh, really?
I To me is borderline neo,
Okay.
borderline. But then you got the Mesa, where vocally it's more soul to me, but certain progressions, I think it has a little bit of a neo to it. So, but do you label her as contemporary jazz or do you label her as a R&B?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Well, look,
you don't compare it to like a Beyonce, and I'm saying look, that's extreme, but far as Beyonce, I'm sorry, that's pop. That's more pop than
no
R&B.
doubt,
That back,
no doubt.
but you don't compare it to, I don't know. I can't even think of the person's name, but I mean, you got Mazer, you got Diana Reeves, you got those type.
Oh yeah, you don't even
You know,
hear about them no more.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're there, but they're not out there.
they're not getting airplay either,
They're not out there, but they're there.
but they're still gigging. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Tiny Desk would tell you that is a platform where you will see those artists that you would think would have more airplay.
So what is Gregory Porter?
He reminds me of Will Downing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, yeah, okay.
But they will put him under the jazz category. Because
Yeah.
I don't consider Will Downing as a jazz category. He's more of the old school R&B.
He's definitely old school R&B. I don't. I kind of would. I wouldn't mess with his category, but I see why they have him there. Older, black artists. But yeah,
Right.
he is old school R&B. Yeah,
But then you got Gary Taylor.
I know the name. Can't think of the face.
Gary Taylor is an independent artist that is known. I mean, he's at the Birchby almost every Mother's Day weekend. But he has at least 4 or 5 albums out there. But
Wow.
there is not a category from other than R&B.
Hey, do you
It's a confusion. It's a major confusion how people really want to put you in a box.
like Peter Belasco?
Second,
Do you like Peter Belasco? He had that album A Few Years Deeper.
yeah.
I like that stuff.
Yeah.
Even Brian Culbertson, I like him too.
Yeah.
Carl, when you grow up, you'll learn about these people. I know you're kind of young, but you'll
Yes, many years past me, man. Listen.
But you got the Layla Hathaway.
I think.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry to interrupt. You got the Moonchild. Moonchild is that's a good fusion of neo soul and jazz to me.
Okay.
Because I've seen them live at a few different spots, from DC to the Roots Picnic in Philly. Her voice, but then her band, they busting out with instruments, sax, horns, keys. So you have that group there, I think, is the prime example of the fusion of jazz and neo soul.
So whatever happened to Spiral Gyra and Hiroshima? Are they still around?
There's a guy that Chris Fisher, keyboard player out here in Maryland. He is now the keyboard player of Spiral Gyra.
Okay.
Those jazz festivals, you may see them. I'm a Yellow Jacket fan.
Really?
Yellow Jackets is my favorite group.
You know what I used to like, man? I don't know, Carl. You remember New Age when New Age was out in the 90s? I used to like that, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
New Age was hot to me. It was like fusion, all fusion forms, man.
You remember Impromptu, Horn Players Brothers?
I can't say that I do, but if they had that vibe, I probably would have liked them.
It's around that time frame in New Age.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Man. Do you guys have an ETA on your new project, your upcoming project?
I'm hoping we can at least start the recording in March. I'm hoping.
Okay.
There's some original tunes that folks wants to jump on. Brent Burkhead is one of them. There's one tune that my keyboard player wrote. I was surprised that he said he told him and told me if once we record, he wants to be on it. I'm like,
I don't know if this is a mess. I'm sorry, Lenny. Hello, guys. I'm from Italy. For me, Lenny, us, and Idol. Oh, somebody you might know. They may know you, Lenny.
Huh?
Powerful man and superpower fighter. I don't. I'm not sure who this is.
Oh, I know who he's. It's a guy named. It's a British guy. His name was Lenny McLean. Same name.
Oh, okay.
Call him the governor. Way back when.
Wait a
If that's the same one that he said about powerful man and superpower fighter, I think that's who he was referring to.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's not here, so you can steal his thunder if you want.
He got his own thunder. He had his own thunder.
It's all good.
I'm trying to get a thunder.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you, man. So overall, with the exception of zeroing in on jazz, the overall industry of music, what is your thoughts on where music is or where music's going today? What are your thoughts on the industry?
I don't know. I'm not happy with it as far as when you put out projects and the old school way that you know that you have more of an opportunity to be recognized now is streaming, things like that. You gotta have X amount of streams in order to get X amount.
Crazy.
I think that's just wrong. I'm mixed between this AI scenario where you can plug in whatever field that you want, and then boom, here comes a song, a perfect song, perfect pitch, perfect whatever. But then, can you perform it live?
Carl seems to think that there's a market for our age range, not his, but because he's younger, but for you and I, the music that we people that in our age range, he seems to think there's a market for us, because he was at I think the Poconos, and he said,
"Yeah, you could take out Think. You could take out Think because there's a whole convention, a whole weekend dedicated to people, to people that were.
You say it in our age range. You can say it. It's okay.
Old as you guys, as old as you guys that came out and to enjoy music and performances and stuff like that. So it's always been my belief that there's a market for well put together, mature music.
At least some kind of credit. That sounded good. Complimentary.
Well, I don't want you kicking me off yet. So I think what I think happens is other genres have stolen the titles of stuff that we know. For instance, when there used to be WRVR. WRVR was a station here in New York back in the day that played jazz. You could not get on WRVR if you wasn't jazz, if you wasn't Herbie Hancock, or you wasn't
Clark or one of those
Weather Report, or you wasn't those guys. You couldn't get on that station if you wasn't them guys, and when they went off the air, it left the thing open where I guess the jazz guys felt that I can't get that kind of crowd playing this kind of jazz, which wasn't true. So that's when they started adding. So then 101.9, which is CD 101.9, which was the modern day jazz thing, which then they were playing contemporary jazz.
Right.
Which then included R&B, pop, it included some kind of thing. Then all you had to do was at least do one jazz lick and you're in.
Wow.
And it's just like even now, reggae used to be a thing that you would think about where you on the beach and you you know you're on the beach and you're sipping a martini or so whatever the case may be, and it had that "Yah Man" feel. Now you're talking about when I hear reggae or when I hear people talk about reggae, it sounds to me like R&B pop.
Yeah.
All you got to do is hit chank, chank, chank in the middle of it, and that becomes reggae.
Right.
That's not reggae. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is just hit.
What was the price range you mentioned at that conference that people were spending to go or to participate? What was the price range?
It was per person. The lowest of anything per person was $1,500 with a two room occupancy. You have to pay, and $1,500 to be there at that thing, and they had a crowd.
That's money.
It was a crowd. I mean, the other part of that. No, the other part of that also is that they, the people who worked so long, worked 33 years or whatever it was, don't have a place to go to.
Right.
So they give the kid the money. The kid, what 14-year-old got $50 to go see Chris Brown or whatever? No, you're getting it from your
going nowhere. You better buy a record.
But even they don't even have the money for the record. So where are they getting the money from? They're getting it from from their parents. Their parents are sitting bored to death with nothing to do. Mm-hmm. So now you get an event that's $1,500 a person. You spend a weekend out, whatever. $1,500 a person. You take $1,500 out of the money that you was giving that kid to go see whatever to enjoy yourself. There's a whole market.
Yeah.
There's an extreme huge market.
And the
only problem is that we don't know or don't understand, especially with today, where to throw our fishing rod, where to throw the hook in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where the hook is. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
No.
I think that you need to know what your lane is. And once you know what your lane is, that's when you create. Like, I know that my audience is late 30s to 70s.
Right.
And I got to make sure that I cater music for that, where everybody can be happy for what they're hearing.
Yeah.
When we perform at the Collective Encore August of last year, we was fortunate to sell it out. 150 people that was there.
Okay.
And we hit them. We hit them with Kevin Powell Sr. is a guitar player. We played his original music. We played on-key jazz band original music. We threw in blues in there. We threw in Lettucey in there. We put in Jill Scott, Lovely Day, which is a tune that everybody knows in our age bracket, but with a neo soul type feel to it. That was the compromise of both the younger generation to the older generation. We did Purple Rain.
Oh, really?
Because that's a very strong part of Kevin. So it presented a show, meaning that when they walked out, is what I always want to do is move people. We move people. We threw a little mix of something that they didn't expect because under the title On Key Jazz, but then I put the experience in there. So We want to create the experience. That's the lane. There's no egos involved. There is, which I'm blessed to say, because I think that's part of the problem with this music industry. Everybody, not everybody, I take that back, not everybody. Make sure that's taken back. There are some folks that have egos in here.
Oh, for sure.
And I think that disrupt the process of what we're trying to do as musicians. I believe we're, if it's greed oriented, money oriented, selfish oriented, it affects the music.
Yeah.
I think people undercut where you have venues that they know they're going to, I know I'm kind of spinning off direction, lowball you. And then when you lowball, when you got bands, some certain bands that have earned and they earn their keep and earn their reputation, and then you give up what you believe is a fair price, and then they're like, no, because they know someone else is going to take that.
Right.
So everything is relative when you're dealing with trying to have your lane, trying to present what you present, and you got these folks that running these venues, not all, some, that will lowball you. It affects the music. It affects what you're trying to do. It affects the audience. It affects everything that you do.
Yeah, I truly believe the energy. Well, I don't believe, I know energy is transferable. And when you upset the energy apple cart, so to speak, that has a bigger impact on the whole. Absolutely.
Yes,
yeah, no doubt. Man, we want to have you come back when you guys drop your release. We'd love to hear how things are going, and if you have anything on schedule coming up, feel free to share that. And how can people contact you?
Well, onkeyjazzband.com is our website. My wife is tired of maintaining it, so I'm trying to get some help.
Gotta get help whenever you can.
Who you telling? Come on now. So the girl's on point, but she's funny though. Born and raised in New York, so trust me.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. That's my girl though. But yeah, onkeyjazzband.com is
Onkey Jazz Band or Onkey Jazz?
onkeyjazzband.com.
Oh, band, okay.
OAE jazzband.com. So, but I'd be honored. I apologize for the tardiness and delay of trying to get you involved with me trying to talk to you, and I couldn't hear you. So I apologize for that. But I really appreciate the opportunity and the conversation.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm glad that it worked out, and it was really a fruitful discussion, man. Just you never know how things are going to turn out, but when, like we talked about the energy, when the energy is right, it proves itself.
Yeah. Yeah, and I felt it the time that I saw you guys perform.
Yeah.
You guys did a great job. I
appreciate it.
I wish it was a bigger venue.
Yeah.
So you guys can stretch out, but
yeah, because I like to work the room, man. To be honest with you,
I sense that. That's why I said.
we're gonna be back there this Saturday, in fact. So we're going back to we're going back Saturday. They're calling it what are they calling it? A winter. Let's see if I can find it real quick. They're calling it some kind of a fancy schmancy name, which makes sense. Sounds good. Real open. I was talking to my drummer. He was like, "Yeah, Charles, that was pretty good. People liked it." And then I had several people that could not get in, and I felt bad because, as you know, sold out standing room type of thing. And people were being turned away and all that. And when the drummer and I had a conversation, he was like, yeah, man, sure enough, it would be nice to go back there. So I asked him, and the moment I asked him, she shot me out a few dates, and I was like, oh, okay. And that was all she wrote. So, you know, it became, yeah, it became real, you know. Let me see if I can find it.
You still have your trumpet player as well?
Yeah, we still got him.
And the vocalist, them females can pipe, man. I said, you guys got a nice crew.
Thank you. Yeah. So this Saturday, same time, 7. Y'all come on out to Woodyard Road in Clinton, Maryland, and check out Soul City Collective featuring yours truly. And we're gonna do our thing. Dinner and live music. A winter evening. Celebrate the new year with the soulful sounds and elevated vibes. So we know what we do.
So, Mr. Carl, about you, where are you performing next?
Which one? We're doing I perform with Leon and the Peoples, and we're doing a thing in Connecticut coming up in about a week or so.
Okay.
We actually will be there in DC soon. Also, he gave me a date of that in DC, and then I have my own stuff that I'm releasing and things, you know. So I probably will be doing some events, probably starting in March.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, probably starting in March.
I gotta make sure out and support. That's another thing I think is important. These musicians that we claim to be.
Yeah.
We gotta support each other, man. I mean,
it would be great.
There's no egos. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, we ain't trying to steal musicians. We ain't trying to steal material. I'm out here doing this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, the other thing also, especially if you're doing some stuff, you know, network and share the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, I've always been on an original artist kind of thing. You know, I just like to hear original music, original artists. I used to have, actually I still got it, but I just don't, I got to turn on the machine. But a radio station that only played original music.
Really?
Only original music. And as a matter of fact, I teamed up with a friend that Charles had hooked me up with, and we were doing the sister station thing, where she would be on my station and I would be on hers, and we would, and it was nothing but original music. And there are people that has been, that was listening to that stuff, are upset that the stations are gone.
Wow.
So
yeah. And I've been so scared, and well, not really scared, but I try to keep a balance, and I think I'm really not balanced enough, because during the live performances, I do more covers than originals, except for in 2024 when I put a new album out. It was nothing but original materials, and they loved it. So I don't know why I don't get it in my thick head, play more originals.
In my head, right?
Yeah,
man.
I'll tell you a quick story. This is what I used to do back with, you remember Peaches in Upper Marlboro?
Yeah.
I used to do this. The very first song, I would tell my bass player, play one of your grooves and see what happens. Live in front of everybody. I did it for multiple reasons. The main reason, to make sure that we listen to each other. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
2, listen to each other to see where we're going. 3, it forces you to create, and it forces you to support what you're hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Once you establish that continuity is off the Richter scale.
Yeah.
I had a blast with that.
That's what's up. That's what it is, for real. Yeah, man, I'm going to definitely commit to doing that, because I think the gig that you came to, Lenny, we did one, which was this track called It's You, which is a nice groove, nice feel, You know, and it kind of borders on that neo soul R&B. But I've got so much stuff. I've recorded about 3 or 4, maybe 5 actually, albums over the past 15 years. You know, which is not a lot, but you know, people got to hear it.
Do it.
Yep.
Do it.
Straight up. You're right.
Do it.
Absolutely. I think the next gig, I'll probably have a half a dozen rehearsals so they can get the songs right, because they got to play it right. And these guys are good. These guys are good.
Yeah, I mean, based on what I heard that time I saw you, I think that should not be an issue.
Yeah.
Them cats and ladies were on.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But do that, man. I'm telling you, we have to, as musicians, and I say it, I've said it live, I said it, probably sound like a broken record. If we taking the time to learn somebody else's music, why can't we take the time to play our own?
You're right. You're right.
You integrate it. You set it up. Just like you set it up with your set list, you do the same thing, but you put your own into it.
Weave it in and out. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, if you've been listening, we're speaking with Lenny McLean and Carl T. Smith, and I'm Sir Charles Carey, and this is the Tru-Mu podcast. Any questions that you have or comments, we're still open. We will get back to you. Please feel free to post them liberally, whatever it is, and we'll hear some closing comments from the smooth one, and then we're gonna see you on the next trip. What you got, Carl? You was gonna say something.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to know that we're gonna do original music, and we're gonna do it no matter whether. No, let me stop.
Go for it. Go for it. Let's commit.
You know what I'm saying? No. Definitely. You know, stay on the lookout for some new stuff and support. And when you say support, everybody thinks money. It's a like, a share. You know what I'm saying? Can help.
Yeah.
Listening to, especially the way stuff is monetized now, a listen on your favorite platform, stuff helps. That stuff helps a lot. It's
absolutely
not, and of course if you pick up some of the merch and things like that, it's wonderful, but support doesn't always mean money, and that's that part that I think people need to know. Support doesn't always mean money. It doesn't always mean that you have to, not pay your rent, and give it to me. It just means, a share, a like, enough shares, enough likes, can help an independent artist get a gig. Yep. Just that small.
Or equipment.
Yeah. Or tell the algorithms. Look, tell the algorithms. Did you see what happened?
Or car fare to get. Or coffee or food, definitely. But hey, until next time.
Folks,
peace.
Check out the On Key Jazz Band Evolution on your social platform, please. I greatly appreciate it.
Yes. There you go. Support.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You're sexy, so good to me.